And I am raw to the bone. Come on in, y'all. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. It seems like I just left y'all. I'm going to start y'all out with the positive vibes of the day because you know what I say. It's going to be a what?
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three,
Hey.
think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do.
The aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education.
I try to do this every day.
Call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's going to be a good day.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Good morning, Kwanzaa. Wake up. Today's going to be a good day.
I think there's a reason now. Ups and downs, just like every
Good morning, Grandilla, birthday girl.
I'm barely breathing now. You always gotta fight now.
From the demons, y'all.
Negative thoughts and poison the ride. And full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap.
All the bad for the good.
In my head when I'm lost.
Hey, what?
So I'ma fake it.
All the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost.
I got patience.
One day at a time, that's how you operate a cadence. Afloat, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes
temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration.
Don't expect greatness through my best man. I take it. Hey,
today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up,
Today's gonna be a good day.
wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey, good morning, good morning. Where's my Texas crew? They were cooking yesterday, and I got so preoccupied when the next game came on. I never even called them back to see how those ribs and those sausages that they put on the grill came out because Ghost, Smokey, Chalk, Smokey Son, they were all over there cooking up a storm, making me jealous. It made me so jealous. Good morning, Michael. It made me so jealous that while they were talking about the food and while Chalk was back there seasoning the meat and shit, I was sitting on the couch like, oh, what I'm going to eat for dinner? They over there cooking it up, watching the game, throw all that testosterone, swimming around. And I was like, what am I going to cook? And so they inspired me. They inspired me to get up off the couch and cook. So last night, I didn't make what they made. They had slabs of ribs and big old fat sausages on the grill, rubbed down. I made turkey chops, some rosemary, jasmine rice, and some black-eyed peas. It was good. I didn't have no vegetables, y'all. Don't judge me. I didn't feel like going to the store. And my fresh vegetables were no good when I checked them in the fridge. And so I didn't have any vegetables, but it was good. It's been a while since I've made turkey chops because they're not always easy to find. All right. But if you want a good alternative, and I know that I'm talking to people in the South, mostly, okay, who prefer to eat the pork chop. You know, I prefer to eat the pork chop too. But you know, when you're trying to be healthier and trying to do healthier selections, I try to stay away from pork. I've gone years and years and years without eating pork. And then I cheat and I eat the bacon. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't not eat pork to satisfy anybody else. I try to stay away from pork because, you know, what they say about it. But there's just some shit in pork that just tastes good. Pork chop is one of them. I haven't had a good pork chop in years. And I don't even want to start because as soon as somebody hand me a pork chop on some white bread with some mustard on it, my fat girl ways come out mentally. I can't deal. I love a pork chop with some mustard in between white bread, not multi-grain bread, not nothing like that. But I don't indulge in pork like that unless I cheat and do the bacon. I try, every now and again, if somebody make a really good ham over the holidays, I will the fuck munch on that fucking ham a little bit. I'm guilty, but I do try to stay away from pork. I do. It's a guilty pleasure. Okay, AFC, listen. AFC, I know, because listen, pork is a guilty pleasure. Let me tell y'all something else that I used to love. See, I love pork chop sandwiches of Quanda. Let me tell you something else I used to love. Y'all gonna be like, you gross. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all ready? I used to love pig's feet. Not no pickled pig's feet. I like my pig feet hot, boiled in the pot with the onions and shit and peppers and shit, boiled all down. Vinegar, however you make the I've never made pig feet. I've never made pig feet before. But, you know, naturally I cook. And for whatever reason, ingredients just come to me based on memory. And so I would be able to cook a pig's feet. Cleaning it is another story because I think pig's feet have that hair and shit on it around the hoofs and shit. I don't know the fuck no. But it's good. It used to be good. But I don't eat it anymore. I have my guilty pleasures. You said you eat pig's feet and chitlins top. Now, see, let me tell you something, AFC. My girlfriend loved chitlins, and one year she had me try that shit. Because, first of all, I had been turned off from chitlins from the time that I drove down south to go pick my son up in North Carolina. And his grandmother was making chitlins, and that shit chased us out the fucking house. When she opened up the bucket to go clean the shit, we all ended up on the patio in the front of the house because I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit. Literally, it smelled like. She was in there cleaning them shits forever. So I never ate them shits until many, many years later. My girlfriend was like, just taste it. And I did. And I don't want it no more. I could do without chitlins, all right? Now, I ain't mad at those who eat it. I'm not. Do you? Wait. Why y'all giving Mike a salad? Why y'all giving Mike a salad? But good morning, y'all. Happy Monday, y'all. What is going on in the world? First, I want to take a minute, right? Well, you know what? I'm going to wait until a few more people join. But what is going on in the world? Because do y'all see that drone strike that occurred? You see, the Middle East, they make my whole ass itch. See, the Middle East, they have been fighting since Jesus and before. Good morning, Juanita. I believe you do, AFC. I believe you eat healthy. There's all guilty pleasures every now and again. It's all right. You know, people that eat healthy, it's all right to not eat healthy sometimes. The fuck? I do it all the time. Okay? But did y'all hear about that drone strike? Was it Iran that sent the drone strike and it affected U.S. troops? See, they fucking around. See, U.S. was doing a little bit good by minding their business, right? We got elections coming up. We are stressed the fuck enough. Well, who the fuck to vote for, right? And Then you turn around and we got all these wars going around, right? And we're just hoping and praying the US don't get involved. And here the fuck we go, a whole fucking drone, and US troops got affected. And what did Biden say? Good morning, Pat. What did Biden say? Oh, hold on, y'all. I gotta close my window in the living room because I was working out and it's gonna be cold. Hold on. Be back. Just let that, oh, my knee. Just let that marinate for a minute. What did Biden say as response to the drone that was sent and impacted US troops? Ouch, my knee. Sorry, y'all. I gotta put my knee brace on because my knee is not cooperating with me. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning. Good morning. I know you did, AFC. Congratulations on your 11-pound loss. Congratulations. So come on in, y'all. Come on in. I was just talking about the drone that was sent and impacted U.S. troops. And so, now Biden said he's going to respond. So I wonder what this response is going to be. Pray for us, y'all, because between the elections and now we're saying we're going to respond to the perpetrators that sent the drone, okay? And so pray for us there. What else is going on in current events? Trash section of current events. Good morning, Nut Nut. Y'all see this shit going around about Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion? This is what I'm talking about when I say we don't, we need to do better, right? Nicki Minaj responds, her constant coming back for Megan Thee Stallion sounds petty and childish. And it looks like a population of people feel the same way. They feel that she is going too far. Now, today's topic is, do you have people in your life that make you want to make improvements or do better? Right? Let that marinate for a minute. When people tell you the truth, do you get mad about it or do you step back and think about it and let it marinate? The reason why I said that in the midst of talking about Nicki Minaj is that she got mad because Megan Thee Stallion mentioned Megan's Law. It's true. People get upset when you say the truth, right? We all know that her husband is a sex offender, registered sex offender. We all know that he can't go to her children's events and stuff like that. So because someone says it out loud, you're offended by it. Why are people offended by the truth? Right? I try to be as truthful as possible and tell people how I feel. And so many people get upset when I tell them the truth. And I'm like, what? Do we not want the truth? Do we not want to do better? Do we not want to step into the room of the truth? Right? Or is there a population of people that continue to bury the truth because they don't want to deal in their situations? I don't fucking know. But Nicki needs to relax because it wasn't that serious. No response is sometimes a better response. I'm learning that. Okay? This is just an FYI for y'all because it had me thinking. Right? It really had me thinking. When people come to me and tell me the truth, how does RAW react? Do I get upset? Do I lash at them? Or do I step back and determine if what the fuck these people are saying about me is true? Well, Debbie, this is my point. See and that's how I feel. I feel like you are responding to something that was the truth, and you are responding with deep bitterness and hurt that don't have really nothing to do, in my opinion, with Megan Thee Stallion. It has everything to do with you, and it just reminds me of people that I've experienced in my life. People will get mad at you for telling the fucking truth. The fuck. I used to care. I don't anymore. I mean, of course, it's all in the delivery, but we know that musically, there's no fairness. That's related to the topic. Thank you, Juanita. As before we get into the topic, Juanita started answering the question of the topic. Do you have people in your life that make you want to make improvements, make you want to do better, be better? Think about that for a minute, because that's an important question to ask yourself as you continue to grow along your journey, because the people in your circle, in your life, is going to be important along that journey. Do you have people in your life that want to make you want to make improvements or do better? Good morning, Jay Williams. Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday. Before I get into deep diving into that topic, I'm going to let Juanita's comment stay there until I circle back around. I do want to say, we as a Coffee with Friends family pray for our Coffee with Friends member, Kiss the Boys, okay, aka Georgie. She has not been active as she usually is, because Georgie has been under the weather. If you follow Georgie, you'll see that she posted a couple of pictures in the hospital room. She was admitted in the hospital. I believe she came home. I do check on her. We exchange texts, we exchange voicemails, because I love you guys, right? Good morning, Smokey. I was just talking about y'all. I love you guys. So, if I know something is going on with you guys, I do try to take the time out to check on you. And so she and I keep in touch. And she's back in the hospital, trying to discover what's going on with her. So let's keep Georgie in our prayers. Okay. That is our Coffee with Friends member, aka Kiss the Boys. Okay. We are praying for her speedy recovery. She is not in any pain per se, but she is in discomfort, right? So if you reach out to her, I'm sure she might tell you what's going on with her, but she might not. But the most important thing is to pray for her, inbox her, let her know that you're thinking about her, because we are a family, okay? And so that's what we do. We show support for one another, okay? And so keep the prayer line open for our resident Coffee with Friends member, Georgie, aka Kiss the Boys. All right. We need her to hurry up and fucking recover. Okay. In the meantime, between time, let me get to January 29th, which is today's positive read, before we get into today's topic that Juanita started to answer. Today's topic is, do you have people in your life that make you want to make improvements or make you want to do better? Right? Because a lot of times we come on this podcast and we talk about doing better, being better, right? But who do you circle who are your friends? Who are the people that you hang around with on a regular basis? Okay? Who are the people that motivate you to do better and be better? And do you have a population of people in your life that are crabs in the barrel? And do you keep them in your life? Well, crab in the barrel is one of those sayings that really doesn't apply to us, as they say, but we're going to use it here anyway, right? Do you have friends that are not so happy for you, that do not support you, that try to hold you down, or are not making improvements in their life at all? And you hanging out with them kind of slows down your progress? You got any friends like that? Let that marinate, let that sink in, because that could mean everything to your growth. Who's in your circle? January 29th, because January is the month of life, okay? And we're almost out of January, so let's enjoy these last few days of reading. January 29th, life will work for me when I realize I have a father who has always loved and will always love me. It is quite common these days to hear people say, I never knew my father. He left when I was young. No, he didn't. He died. He can't die. He went to jail. No such thing. My mother never told me who he was. She didn't have to. You see, somehow we have confused the seed from which we were conceived with the source from which we come. Yes, we all have a human father whose seed contributed to our being. But we also have a divine father whose life gives us life. Then there are those of us who knew our fathers but did not like them. We didn't feel loved, accepted, or respected by the father we knew. Perhaps he drank too much. Good morning, Liebert. Spoke too little. Rarely, if ever, came home. Maybe he criticized or ridiculed us in ways that wounded us. Perhaps there was some physical or verbal abuse that damaged us in some way. Many of us believe our relationship with our father was challenged, and of course, it was all his fault. The truth is, your father has never mistreated you, abandoned you, harmed you, or denied you. He knows exactly what you need. He provides it only way he can in love because his unyielding love for you. Your father has always been there, guiding you, protecting you, providing for you. Your father is as alive and well today as he was the day you were born. It may be that your father was not around or that he was difficult to deal with. It is also true, however, that you could be confused about just who your father is. Some people in real life. Until today, you may have held the man who contributed to your life responsible for your life. Just for today, be devoted to knowing who your real father is. Ask him to help you understand yourself, your life, and the role he plays in them both. Ask him what he knows about you and what he sees for you and your life. Then ask your father to teach you how to forgive the man he used to bring you into his life. Today, I am devoted to getting to know my father better. Today's positive read. What do y'all think? I know I used to be damn mad at the father, the source that I came from. Shit. Okay? But they tell us, our father and the source of where we come is two different things. That's what it said in today's read. So let that marinate, all right? Let that marinate when you're feeling, tension when you think about your parents or people in your life. Let that marinate where your love truly comes from, right? I'm just saying, if you believe in that, all right? But for today's topic, y'all, do you have people in your life that make you want to be better and do better? And if you don't, why not? Juanita said, and having these people in your life, do you respect their truth and honesty, or do you get offended? Juanita said, people say they want to do better, said a lot of times. It is not true. They would prefer for others not to pinpoint their shortcomings. Why do we think that is? Do we truly think that we are being good friends by having people in our lives that we know need to do better, should do better, but we don't say anything? Would you consider yourself a good friend if you just stood by and watched someone that you cared about not progress in life? And would you not say anything? Right? Or even to the person that's not progressing in life, that's not doing as good as he or she can be, right? When you look at other people in your life and they are doing good, they are doing better than you, does that inspire you to do or be more? Does it? I know for me, throughout my life so far, I used to I could tell how my life changes and evolves based on the people that I have in my life. Okay. I've had some raggedy ass people in my life. I have, right? And then as my life progressed, my circle changed based on what I was into, what my interests were or are. And I saw the development of my life. My life evolved differently, right? I started to have people in my life that wanted more for themselves, doing more for themselves, staying busy. I have so many friends that are entrepreneurs, multiple jobs, goals of some kind of goals that they are marching to, vision boards, business plans, things that they are striving to, right? And I sit and I watch them, and it makes me want to do more. It gives me the courage to be more, right? But if you have people in your life that don't want more for themselves and they're just sitting around, not growing, and you're sitting around with them, what do you think is going to happen? How does that affect your growth as an individual? Right? Sometimes we let people go in our lives because we have to, right? Because some people anchor us and hold us down. And sometimes we got to release ourselves from that anchor so that we can float to the top. And it's okay. It's not personal. I have been told, I remember my own family members used to say, talk behind my back, and used to say stuff like, oh, she thinks she white. Why? I'm the blackest person you can meet. Okay? I'm the blackest person you can meet. But they categorized me as thinking I was white because I wanted better and I was striving for more. And they categorized that to me being trying to act like a white person. And I was okay with that. Because I was like, okay, whatever. Right? And when people said that, I used to say, damn, they don't even give their own black race any credit. As soon as you see black people doing well, you go, oh, you want to be white. Why can't I just be black doing well? Why do we take so much credit from our own culture? Do you have people in your life that make you want to do better? Oh, no, that's a mistake. I forgot to copy the W. Sorry, y'all. Let's try this again. What happens when folks call you out on your actions and they're negative? How many people on here have been called out for some fucked up shit that they've done? I've been called out before. How did you feel when someone called you out on some fucked up shit you did? How did you respond when the person told you that you did some fucked up shit? Did you get offended? Did you sit and listen? Did you go unpack what they said and try to determine how you can do better? Or did you get offended? Did you deny it? Did you get mad at them? How many conversations have you had with people where you called them out on their actions and they got offended? Or they denied it? Right? I've had a couple of people that denied their actions, didn't step into the room and take accountability. And you know what? I just said, fuck it. I'm not here to convince them. And that's when I stepped back and I stepped out the room, because I'm not going to continue. There was a time in my life that I would continue to be around people like this and be like, just ignore it. Just this, just that. But I'm not going to invest my time in people that don't want honesty. Right? What happens when people call you out on your actions? I have been called out so many times and it hurt my feelings. I'd be sitting there like, what? I did that? And it would hurt my feelings. But I would accept it. I would hear it. And I would marinate in it. And I would think of ways to do better, be better. And I would try to adjust that. Right? But there was a time in my life where I was like, fuck that. I'm who I am. And if you don't like it, fuck you. That used to be me. That's not me anymore. Because in my opinion, when people walk around and they go, fuck that, I'm who I am, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. And if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. That's toxic to me. Some people are proud to be in their raggedy space. And I'm just going to take steps back and exit the room. Because I'm only here to encircle myself with people that make me want to do better, make me want more. Thank all these trips coming in 2024, inspired by Deb. Deb literally said to me, you can do it. And her and Fancy pushed me. Be with people who make you want to do more. Okay, what happens when people call you out on your actions? Do you accept it? Hey, Mark, good morning. Mark Lugo, aka Chicago, said, I had to eat it and listen. Realize the hurt I caused. Nobody wants to hear they did wrong. But can you accept it? I had to if I wanted to be a better person and keep my circle. You had to if you want to be a better person. See, the thing is that change doesn't happen overnight. And I often ask people who are with people who they have issues with, can they be patient enough to navigate through the change of another person? What do I mean by that? So, Mark, when you said you had to listen, you had to eat it, you realized the hurt that you caused, and you had to accept it, right? To move to a growth spurt. But that growth takes time, right? And so that change is not going to happen overnight. It's not. You're going to slip back sometime into your old ways, but then you got to be accountable to step back into the room and get it right. And how you move forward on a daily basis is going to determine that level of growth. Do you have people in your circle that make you want that for yourself? I look at my circle and I have to say, the current circle that I have now, absolutely. People in my circle right now, they inspire me. They push me to do more, be more. I didn't always have that. I had a lot of takers, a lot of riders, people that jump on your back and want to ride with you, but not want to inspire you. Deb said, I am sitting here really reflecting. I've been called out for something I did and it was nothing I could do but apologize. I can't handle someone telling me I did something to hurt them. I know. But we got to. We got to be able to keep this type of communication open. If we are surrounding ourselves with people that we say we love and we respect, how can you be in a circle with people that you say you love and you respect, but you can't be honest with each other? You can't make each other accountable. You can't call them out for their actions. Good morning, Cheryl Lee. Deb said, I immediately want to fix it and apologize, and that's what I did. Apology is one thing. I had a lot of motherfuckers apologize to me. I'm sorry. But their actions didn't match their words. right? So beyond wanting to fix it and beyond saying sorry, apologizing, however you did it, what actions do you take to back those words up? Saying sorry and showing you sorry is two different things. Changed behavior, following through with what you said. No matter how scary it is. Good morning, Cheryl Lee. No matter how scary it is. What happens when someone in your circle looks at you and says, you're not doing so well. You need to get your shit together. What is your response? Something like that, Shirley. We are talking about, do you have people in your life that make you want to improve yourself, make you want to do better, right? And with these people being in your life, when you do something raggedy or something not so good and these people bring it to your attention, how do you react to it? Are you willing to deal with the truth of what people in your circle see? If they come to you and they sit you down and they say, listen, Shirley, you're not doing so well in your life. Okay, you got a lot of shit going on. How are you with hearing that from people in your life, calling you to the table and letting you know that you need to do better in your life? Do you accept this kind of guidance, or do you shun them off or get upset? Right? What happens when you're not doing so well and those around you bring it to your attention? Deb, I have people, listen, I have people in my life, they will call me and give me ideas and be like, you should do this, Robin. And I'll be like, what? I'll be like, that's a good idea, right? And it inspires me to start, like, it gets my head moving, it gets it rolling. I start thinking about things. And a lot of times I execute on things and I'm scared. Like, y'all think that all these moves that I'm making, these trips that I'm planning and all this stuff that I'm doing is not scary? It is scary because, one, I'm upholding a reputation, right? I'm upholding a brand. Good morning, mother, right? And so when I invite a group of people out on trips and shit like that, I'm upholding my brand and I got to stay true to that. And it's very scary because sometimes I'm exhausted. It's a lot, right? And I do it scary. And a lot of stuff that I'm doing, I probably wouldn't do if I didn't have people in my life that inspired me to do more, which I appreciate, right? We started a book club and then we stopped, and then Cheryl Lee started again. And now we have another book club going, which reminds me fairly quickly, just to remind you guys to please get this book, All About Love. Okay. I started reading it and ooh, we need to be ready to talk about this on March 8th during Wine, Cheese, and Things, okay? And so make sure you get your book. Brandy, I know you have the book. Deb, I know you have the book. I have the book. I don't know how many other people ordered the book and got the book. I know Cheryl Lee has the book because she read it already. Everybody else, get the book. You do not have to be physically there in Texas on March 8th. If you cannot make the March 8th trip, that's fine. We will be on Discord discussing All About Love. A population of us will be in Houston, but the rest of y'all can jump on Discord and we can talk about it. Get your book, Amazon, $9.99. All About Love. Love as a noun and a verb, okay? All right. Just want to remind y'all of that real quick. Aquanda said, my family wanted to have a discussion once a month on everyone and try to be on everyone to try to be better. The first meeting I got shitted on because of past actions. I felt some type of way, but I kept quiet. Okay, listen, that's a tough one. You had to swallow some shit, Aquanda, right? But what did you do with that information when they, as you called it, shitted on you? You walked away and did what with that information? What did you do with that information? I remember when my son told me the truth and it hurt. Sometimes the truth fucking hurts, right? What did you do with what you heard them say when you walked away from that table, even though you felt like shit? Did you walk away and marinate in that? And did you come back and say, you know what? They're right. And you know what? I need to do better. Did it make you start thinking about how you can do better and how you can change? Or did you sit and stew in the fact that they said what they said? Something to think about. Okay. Sharon Lee said, gotcha. I've learned that the first thing I need to do for my own mental is to do some self-reflection. And it ain't facts. Okay. Pat said, my mother and father were not together. However, he was my greatest inspiration. He told me I come from a great source. He loved the way I carried myself and that I was just what he wanted. Wow, Pat. To hear your father say that. Wow. You know, my parents didn't plan for me. I was like that, whoopsie, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. So he didn't give me that speech. The fuck? Pat said, he is still in my head today. He said, when I walk in a room, I command it. Robin, when you walk into a room, you command it also. Thank you, Pat. Someone did something right with you. Where did the source come from? Great question, Pat. Where did the source come from? Naturally? I don't the fuck know. Because I ain't had no choice but to step into the room with this kind of confidence. Because, baby, my life was hard. Okay? Okay, Aquanda, so you walked away from the table with your family telling you about yourself. You walked away, you vented, and you agreed to make change for your future, right? That's what it's about. You know, I never understood a population of people that get upset when people pull them to the carpet and they rebut with, fuck you, I'm the way I am, accept it. Nobody got to accept shit. But most of all, when a person acts like that, you have to say to yourself, why would I want a person like that in my circle that is raggedy as fuck and don't give a fuck about being raggedy as fuck and don't give a fuck about making improvements in their life? That's a reflection on me, who I keep in my circle. I'm just saying. So don't ever feel guilty about having to walk away from people that are holding you down, holding you back, not feeding you mentally, right? Not doing anything with their lives. You don't have to settle for that kind of circle, right? If you want to be more, be better, do better, pay attention to the people that you have in your circle. You have control over that. That's a message. Okay, because I hear people talk about it all the time. Or if you have longtime friends and you be like, well, I've been friends with them for 20, 30 years. So what? People outgrow friendships. Don't feel guilty for outgrowing a friendship. If you have a friend that you've been friends with for 30 fucking years and this friend is still looking like they back there from 30 years ago doing the same raggedy shit, it's okay for you to move on. You don't have to move on with dislike. You don't have to have hate. You don't have to even have judgment. Right? But you can move on. You can outgrow friendships. I had to learn that too. That it's okay to outgrow friendships. And some people will make you feel guilty and be like, well, we've been friends forever. And now you got other friends. Yes, you're right. We've been friends forever. And you're still doing the same shit that you were doing before. And I don't want to. I don't want to. It's okay to walk away. And that's the message. It is. Can I tell y'all something funny that happened to me? I know I didn't switch gears real quick. I just thought about it. Saturday night, Nakia, she's probably sleeping right now. Nakia, I went out to the bar to support Nakia because Nakia was bartending that night at the bar. She was like, come out to the bar and keep me company. And so Saturday night, I went out to the bar, sat at the bar, drinking my drink, minding my business, okay? And this guy comes over to me from the other end of the bar, okay? And he said to me, he said, oh, you know the regular, I don't even remember the words, but basically he was like, I'm gonna buy you a drink and then I'm gonna go back over there and sit down and I'll come back and check on you later. So I was like, all right, whatever, right? Now this is a neighborhood bar. Everybody know each other pretty much. I don't know everybody because I don't go to the bar that often. So he ordered my drink. The bartender brings me my drink or whatever. I'm sipping my drink. Then he comes back like 15 minutes later and starts talking to me. And he was like, oh, where do you work? And I was like, Newark. He was like, no, where did you work before that? He kept staring at me. And I was like, I worked in Jersey City. He said, where? I never really tell the companies that I work for because I like to keep that information personal. Okay, everybody don't need to know what company I work for. So I just gave him the street. I said I worked on Green Street and Columbus Avenue in Jersey City. This man turned around and said, I know you. Now, I have not worked on Green Street in Columbus for about 20 years. This man turned around, okay, maybe 15 years. This man turned around and said, I know you. I said, you know me? He said, yeah. He said, you used to work, and he called out the company. I was like, what? Yes, I did work there. He was like, did you know the guy? He said, you know the guy that runs the building. The guy that runs the building, his name was Will. Is Will. He said, I'm going to call Will right now. He gets Will on the phone. And he goes, guess who I am sitting next to in the bar? You would never believe. Will guessed the old a woman that used to work in the building with us in his department. And the guy said, no. This is the one, I'm with the woman who used to wear high heel shoes. This is exactly how he described me. She used to wear high heel shoes, all them little skirts, with her muscles in her calf legs, walking to and from work with her high heel shoes. I heard Will on the phone scream, Robin. This is like 15 plus years ago. I was like, what? Y'all are bugging. Like, and this guy didn't even work in my building. He said, Robin, I worked in the building across from y'all with the dark windows. But Will and I were friends, and everybody in Jersey City watched you come to and from work and navigate around the neighborhood in your high heel shoes and in your skirts with your legs out. That shit was fucking hilarious. Cause I was like, damn. Either I look, well, he did say I look the same, except that I have locks and I'm older. But that was weird, y'all. That was really weird. Like, this motherfucker called out my job, called motherfucker on the phone. You know, people watch you. And my mother, when I told my mother this story, she cracked up. Well, long story short, it was a good night because, baby, I ate my wings. I ate my salad. I drank. I got tipsy. And I didn't have a bill to pay because I guess because he felt he knew me, he covered the bill. But he was paying for a lot. I think Kia said that motherfucker spent like $600-700 at the bar that night. The fuck? I was like, what? Because I left. But you never know who's watching you. Okay? You never know who is watching you and who remembers you. This motherfucker remembered me from 15 plus years ago. I was like, yo, that is creepy as fuck. Pat, that's creepy. That is creepy. So I had to share that with y'all. And Nakia is my witness because she was at the bar when it happened. And the guy, she knows the guy because he comes in the bar occasionally. And so Kia as my witness. Kia as my witness. But in the meantime, between time, y'all, I don't want you guys to forget that we got a couple of things coming. So you know what? I need to share a couple of things with you guys. First, let me go here. Is this the one I want to share? This is the house that we have for Galveston. Okay. So I know how much everybody owes because Debbie sent me the picture. And so, yes, I'm able to, let me check my Cash App real quick and see. Cause you know. Okay. You guys can start sending me. Who is this? Oh. You guys can start. You guys can start sending me your balance to my Cash App. Link is in my bio. Y'all know what my Cash App is. You can start sending me your balance to what you owe for the house. There's a majority of people, about 13 people, who have a balance of 150. And then there's a handful of people, like 4 people, who have a balance that varies because of the special accommodations that they requested or because we are getting there a day early. Start sending your money in because I want to go ahead and pay off the balance of this house, okay? And so the balance of this house is $1,798. And so collecting the rest of the money, depending on the rest of the deposits I get, I pay off this house quicker than April, hopefully. All right. So that's one trip. That's the Galveston house. Okay. You guys should know how much you owe. If you don't, I will send y'all little reminders, okay, based on the list that I got from Debbie. The other trip that we have coming up is our end of summer soiree. Coffee with Friends, Breathless Punta Cana, an adult resort, an adult turn up. Okay, 5 days, 4 nights, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, $50 per person. This money does not come to me. This money and this trip is being coordinated by Travel Joy. You can hold your phone up and scan the barcode. You can go to the link in my bio and you can click where it says Coffee with Friends Summer Soiree 2024. And you can go there to the booking page based on that. And you can pay your $50 deposit, which is going to hold your room. Okay. Once, in another month or so, I'm going to touch base with Travel Joy, aka Avia Banks, and get a list of people who provided their deposits. All monies, final payments are due by July 15th. Everything you need to know is on the booking page link. It will describe to you the hotels. It will break down the different variations of rooms. The room prices start at about $870, okay? If you want, all the rooms are suites. So all the rooms are the same sizes pretty much. It just depends on whether you're going to be looking at the street, the garden, the pool, the ocean, okay? Or whether you'll be at in the VIP section, Exhale Club VIP, if that's the room that you choose. So there are several options of rooms you can choose from. So you can make this trip as cheap as possible or as expensive as possible. Up to you. I'm going to reserve the swim out room for myself. I believe Nakia is my roommate. Thank God, because it'll be cheaper for me if I have a roommate. And so we'll have the swim out room. If nobody else gets the swim out room, come to our room. Come hang out. My room's going to be the party room anyway because I decorated. I go all out. All right. And so it'll be a good damn time. Make sure you are coming. It's going to be important for me to collect the names of the people who's going on this trip because my welcome packages and my activities and my gifts and everything is curtailed around the amount of people that show up for the events. All right. And so it's not that I'm harassing you guys for a list of who's going, but it's important. You know, don't sneak up on me and then you get on a trip and you don't have a welcome bag. You can't get mad at me. All right. Because I'm not carrying extra shit if I don't need to. That's it. And that's all. $50 per person deposit. All right. Any other details I didn't mean to show that. Any other details you need to know is on the booking page. Okay. Pat, you said that's not creepy. That's creepy to me that people be watching and you don't even know they're watching you all those years. I never met that guy. I never ever met that guy. Now, Will I knew because Will managed the building. And so I knew him. But this other guy that worked in a whole nother building across the street, that was weird. So it was very interesting meet on Saturday night. All right. You just never know who's watching you. Okay. But there's a couple of things that I want to say because some people might have missed it when I came on earlier. We have sent out prayers and continuing to send out prayers for Kiss the Boys, aka Georgie, our resident Coffee with Friends member, who is in the hospital. I'm sure if you follow her on social media, you see in her stories that she posts that she's in the hospital. She was in the hospital. She went home. She ended up back in the hospital. She's feeling some discomfort. She's not in any pain, but she's having some discomfort. So reach out to her if you can. If not, send prayers up to her. You know, we support each other here to the best of our ability. All right. Juanita, thank you for keeping in touch with her. I know Juanita, you two are still recovering from your injury. And I'm not sure if you're home yet from rehabilitation or if you're still in rehabilitation, but prayers for your speedy recovery as well. All right. And if there's anything else going on with anybody on Coffee with Friends and you want us to send up prayers for you, let us know. Let us know what's going on. I am Jacinta. Had a Coffee with Friends baby, and I just have not had the time to do what I wanted to do for the Coffee with Friends baby. But I really do want to do something for I Am Jacinta. So any ideas that you guys have, ping me. All right. And let me know what ideas you think we could pull together for I Am Jacinta. I'm thinking a little gift basket, like a gift box or something. I'm going to pull something together and see what I could do because I really want to send her something, right? Send her something for herself and send her something for the baby, right? Because having a new baby is hard. It's a change in your life, a full change, all right? And again, we're here to support each other. I did mean to ping Theo and see if Theo can touch base with I Am Jacinta since they live in North Carolina, right? Because we're building a village here, all right? And so with that, y'all, I'm going to move to closure to the show because I have a lot of stuff to do at work. My boss has been all over me. But I want to let you know that all the trips that we have coming up, if you have any questions around the trips for Coffee with Friends and December soiree, please speak to Avia Banks. She is the expert travel agent. She will be able to answer all of your questions about the Dominican Republic trip. If you have questions about the Texas trip, the rodeo, ask us here. You know, I've never been to the rodeo, so this will be my first experience, but I'm planning on getting to Houston around March 6th or 7th. And so once I buy my ticket or whatever, I will confirm the date that I will be there. I still have to put in the days for work, and I have to check and make sure that I don't have a SteerCo meeting or something around that time. I just want to, not 7, 8, 9, 10. And I might have a SteerCo meeting that Monday. So it's going to be, but I could take a late flight out Monday and do it from Texas, I think. We shall see. Okay. But nevertheless, we will work it the fuck out. So, few things. Prayers for Georgie, aka Kiss the Boys. March 8th, rodeo trip. Good morning, Angel. Make sure that once you book your flight, you let us know that you booked your flight. Let us know when you're coming in. If there's volunteers in Houston to pick you up from the airport, they might pick you up from the airport. If not, you can always Uber. I Ubered from the airport the last time because I just come in, right? And so I don't want to disrupt anybody's schedule, their work schedule or whatever. So I have to coordinate my time with Debbie to make sure that I can get into the house when I get there. Okay. Other than that, we have our Friendsgiving trip, which I mentioned. We're going to start working on our Friendsmas house in Florida. And we got some other little trips that we do personally. And we're going to be busy this year, y'all. We're going to be really busy because Fancy K has a 45 coming, all right? 45, a big 45 birthday that we want to celebrate for Fancy K. So we are planning something. You know, them girls are bougie. I can't even tell you what they are planning for Fancy's 45. They bougie. I'm like, I'm just here trying to keep up. Debbie cracking up because when they told me where they wanted to go, I was like, I'm with the shits. I'm with all of the shits. And so I cannot wait. It's not my business to tell where we're going. It's not my business to tell what the plans are. Debbie is putting this together. Fancy is deciding what her theme is. And I'm just going to show up and do what they tell me. That's it and that's all. I love it. All right. And so that's another adventure that we are doing. We are building something. All right. I love y'all motherfuckers. Thank you, Ghost. No, y'all didn't give me the thumbs up. You know, I be in here begging y'all for y'all thumbs. It don't make no sense. Thank you, Ghost. Let them know. Give me the damn thumbs up. And while y'all are giving me the thumbs up, Ghost, Smokey, I forgot to call y'all back. Not that I forgot, but I got into the game. I ate my food. I got tired. I got lazy and shit like that. And I was preoccupied and stuff. And so I didn't get to call y'all back to see what happened with them ribs and them sausage. But y'all could have sent me a fucking picture. I sent the picture of my food. Smokey, what happened to the pictures of the food? Y'all know I'm greedy, right? What's going on with Hillbilly? Did I miss something? Oh my goodness, Hillbilly. Prayers. Oh, you took a picture of your steak. What happened to the, I want to see it. What happened to the ribs? And the sausage. The fuck? I'm hungry. I'm about to go cook me some breakfast. Angel, you in New York, Angel? Angel, don't make me put my winter coat on and come meet you in New York. Oh my God. How long you gonna be here, Angel? You did tell me you were coming, but how long are you gonna be here? Cause do I need to come and meet you in the city? This gonna be hard because by the time I get off of work, I don't know. Let's talk about it. Okay? Let's talk about it. Because I certainly would love to see you while you're in New York. You know? Good morning, Damaris. Good morning. Ghost, why you laughing? Smokey, you got me. Y'all should have sent them pictures last night. Oh, you got back to working the grill and watching the game. I know that's right. I know that's the fuck right. Whatever. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to move to closure of the show. I done made all my announcements, I believe. Pay y'all fucking trip shit. That's all I got to say. Pay y'all trip shit. Did I talk about everything I wrote down to talk about? I did. And now I got to go to work. Anything else y'all motherfuckers want to say before I leave? All right, well then I'm out. You know what I say, always move in peace and love. Today's read, talked about you might be disappointed in the father that's in your life, but you have to go back to the father, not the source of how we got here, right? Ultimately, there's a bigger father up there that watches over us, right? And even though we might have family members, I'm just going to say family members in our lives that prove to have disappointed us, might not be leading us in the right direction. We have a bigger spiritual power that leads us, right? The topic that we discussed today is, do you have people in your life that make you want to do better, make you want to grow, make you want to be a better person? Do you have people in your life that make you want to improve? Right? It's just something to think about, to marinate on. Look at your circle. So many people want to grow. So many people write these goals for themselves, but sometimes they never come to light because sometimes the circle that they're surrounded around distracts them from the goals that they want. But if you change your circle, it can change a lot of things. It can change a lot of things. All right. So think about the people that's in your life. And when these people that are in your life come to you and pull you to the carpet, right, and tell you that you need to do better, be better. If you get mad, step away and ask yourself, why are you mad? Are you mad at them for calling it out? Or are you mad at yourself because you know better? Are you angry because you don't know how to be better, how to do better? Are you upset because you're too ashamed to ask for help, guidance? What is driving you to be upset when somebody in your life that you say you value comes to you and tells you the truth about yourself and it triggers you? Something to think about, right? Something to think about. We are in control of the growth in our life. We are. And me, I'm still navigating through that myself. There are so many things I want to do, but I make sure that I maintain people in my life that are trying to do more, be more, to keep me inspired. So many people look at me and they say, I inspire them. I got a whole text last week from a young lady who was asking me for her help and guidance and how to be inspired. And I simply said to her, right? I said, she asked me, how do I maintain motivation? Right? And I said, it's not easy. She asked me, how do I stay positive in times of difficulty? I said, it's not easy. Right? But I know I want more. I know I want to be better. And I have people in my life that inspire me too. And that's what drives me. That's what drives me. And I told her she had to find what drives her, because we're not all the same. All right. And so keep that in mind as you're navigating through the week and through your life. Okay? Take a look around and see who the fuck is in your circle. That's it. And that's all. And with that, I'm going to send you out with some positive vibes, because you know what I say. It's going to be, oh no, I said that already. Go, because no matter how low.
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
And you can.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
Yeah.
I never answer to no, man, I still go.
And I don't. This is Coffee with Friends, and I'm roaring to be bold. Come back tomorrow, y'all. I don't know what the topic is going to be, but I'll be here. Get this message on the way out. Hustle hard. I be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. Hey. You the system, I don't want to be a slave. I've been doing shit my way. On the highway and in the driveway. Hey. It's a nice range, cause I grind through the climb like a white pain. Another human bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta keep this
with you, you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredients, believe.
Hey,
They deceive with the negativity, but I just like led by that energy.
what?
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
I never answer the no, man, I still go. And I don't, y'all. Peace. See you tomorrow. I'm out. All right, I'm going to check my phone, Smokey. Hey, peace, y'all.